Ah yes, the King of Fighters Arena, otherwise known as the King of Fighters Crypto, otherwise known as a game that nobody wants. What's going on, you guys? TBR here, back yet again with another King of Fighters video. In today's video, we are going to be covering the ongoing saga of the King of Fighters Arena. This will be the next chapter in the saga that is the King of Fighters Crypto game. And yeah, it is just as grim as the previous chapters, spoiler alert. So in today's video, what I wanted to go ahead and do is bring you guys an update because they have released some more information on this game over at Netmarble. And yeah, unfortunately, it was received like a fart in a funeral home. So we're going to talk about it, right? So first off, I want to go ahead and get you guys up to speed on what we're talking about in today's video. So for those of you who are not aware, basically, there is a new King of Fighters game under development from Netmarble in conjunction with a company that made a blockchain ecosystem for them specifically for their games that are going to be incorporating crypto and NFTs. We've covered this here on the channel. If you guys haven't seen any of the videos on that, links will be in the description if you guys want to check it out. But long story short, there isn't a whole lot of new information on this, and there isn't a whole lot of information floating around the internet on this in general. Basically, what we know is that in the revenue report from Netmarble earlier this year that we covered here on the channel, they shoehorned in a release schedule for a bunch of different games, including a list of blockchain ecosystem games, which included the King of Fighters Arena. However, a lot of people got really nervous about that because there were King of Fighters Allstar assets used in a lot of this stuff to show off the King of Fighters Arena, and some people theorized that the two games were going to be one and that the King of Fighters All-Star was going to get renamed and all kinds of tinfoil hat theories. That is not the case. Manager Kiki, in his latest dev video for the King of Fighters All-Star, confirmed that that is not going to happen. They are two completely separate games. It just so happens that Netmarble is developing both, and that they both are going to be tied to the King of Fighters, but they are not at all tied to each other. So, with that out of the way, that's basically the bare bones of information that we know so far. However, there has been an update over the course of the past couple days. So as you guys can see here, there is a trailer for the Crypto KOF game, right? So we're going to take a look at this. They call it a trailer, but really it's nothing more than just a little cinematic hype sizzle thing. It's really not anything major. So the biggest information here, though, is going to be the reception and the backlash, because that's really what we're all here for, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pop this up on screen for you guys. So one of my moderators the other night, whenever this got tweeted out and was live, he posted this so everybody could kind of get an update and see what was going on. Basically, it was a very innocent tweet. They just showed off this trailer that we're about to watch and put it on their official Twitter. And yeah, it was visible for everybody, no issue whatsoever, right? Well, if you were to go over to that same tweet today, look what happens. So you're unable to view this tweet because this account owner limits who can view their tweets, right? So this is actually this exact tweet, right? The one that was completely visible for everybody to see when it was originally posted. Now it's hidden. So this is actually the case for their Twitter in general. If you go over to Crypto KOF, yeah, you can't get in. They have protected everything. This was not the case before this got posted. I actually kind of perused this for myself, and yeah, it was interesting. But basically, now, due to the comments on this video and the reception, which was less than positive, yeah, all of it's hidden. So unfortunately for KOF Crypto or Crypto KOF or whatever they want to call themselves, yeah, it's the internet, and anything you post on the internet lives forever. So over on KOF Brazil's channel, we do have the ability to watch this video in its entirety. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go revisit the comments on this, and we're going to take a look at how people reviewed this little teaser trailer, right? So let's go ahead and start this up. It's only about a minute long. There's not a whole lot here. We're just going to go ahead and take a look at it. I'll have a link in the description. You guys can check it out. But basically, this is just a cinematic. This isn't really anything that's in-game footage. There isn't really any information here that's new. They don't really show off anything except for the fancy schmancy King of Fighters Crypto logo, which you see plastered on fucking everything. So watching this, this isn't going to get anybody really hyped for anything. Now, I'm being honest here when I say that if Netmarble were to announce a new King of Fighters game for mobile, I'm pretty sure that the entire fan base would either be indifferent or fairly positive on it. They wouldn't really have much of a problem with it. The problem is when you decide that you're going to shoehorn in crypto and NFTs into this stuff, people do not like it, Netmarble. It's just the way it is. And if you can't tell based on the reception to just a logo alone, I'm sorry, there's no learning for you. Maybe it'll take this thing completely bombing for you to take any sort of hint, but that's really all we got from this, guys. That is the entire trailer. Like I said, there is no reason for the comments that we are about to see outside of the fact that this is a crypto/NFT game. So when we take a look at these comments, you would think when you originally saw those, if you hadn't seen this yet, you would think, oh, well, what did they do to the characters? Did they redesign them? Did they rewrite the lore? Did they mess with the canon? What did they do? No, it's just the fact that it's a crypto game. And it's awesome to me to see this because this is something that we've talked about here briefly on the channel before in the instances we've had the ability to do so. While crypto and NFTs are something that maybe down the line more people will be open to in games, which I personally don't think that'll ever change for me. I don't think I'll ever be into it, but some people might as far as it being involved in their video games. Who knows? But maybe down the road that'll change as far as the reception from the audience at large. But right now, unfortunately for them, crypto and NFTs are fairly niche and something that is almost kind of taboo in the gaming market when it comes to the vast majority of casual players. And so when you decide that you're going to just jump headfirst into the crypto and NFT market and market an entire game based on a beloved IP around said crypto and NFTs, this is the type of response that you get. And then you end up having to do what they did here, which is basically just private everything and force everybody to go through an approval process to even view it, right? So basically, if we take a look at the comments here, you know, it's a whole lot of the same old when it comes to the reception of this type of stuff from any of these companies. And I really wish that these companies would learn that people are not interested in this shit. Like, just going through here, this is like a graveyard. This is like a PR nightmare. You go through this and you would think that this is like somebody had just announced that they were going to be shitting on their live stream on live television or whatever the case may be, and people are just like, no, I don't want to see that. Some people might, but really, like, this is the type of response that they got from everyone. Everyone. Even this kitten flipped them off. Look at that fucking adorable kitten. That kitten shouldn't be flipping anybody off. So, you know, at the end of the day, I think that jokes aside, what this really proves is that these companies have no idea what these people want, right? They don't know what we want. They don't know what anybody in these fan bases is accepting of and willing to take. They just push the envelope and push the envelope and push people until they push them right out the door. So it's very interesting to me that this is, anytime I see Jim Carrey, just, it's the 90s kid in me. I can't help it. But really, at the end of the day, I think that Netmarble needs to really rethink this entire blockchain idea right now, because any of these companies, not just Netmarble, all of these companies that have attempted this so far, that have tried to shoehorn this stuff into any of these types of IPs, it just has not worked out for them. I would still say that, to be fair to crypto and NFTs, they're still in their infancy phase when it comes to the market. Most casual consumers don't even care about it, don't want it, and they honestly, a lot of times, have a negative opinion of said things. Some people just don't know what they are. Some people just don't care. Some people know what they are and think that it's a complete Ponzi scheme. And when it comes to this type of stuff, it's one of those situations where you're better off waiting and seeing how markets change, how people's perceptions change, and to see how this stuff bears itself out. Let your competitors make these mistakes, but don't jump headfirst into something like this and then just decide that you're going to go full bore, because when you go full bore into crypto NFT games in 2022, this is the type of reception that you get, and you got what you had coming to you, because, to be honest, you deserved it. Anyway, you guys, that's going to do it for me in today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe on your way out. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Continue.